Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now, I'm on here today because I thought, well, I'm doing some thinking, sorting, out what I wanted to use on the Twinchies. This is because today I was going to show you how to do, I'm sure you know how, but the little card that I did with the buttons on it. Now I'm going out of earshot, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to find the one I did to show it to you. Oh dear. On one of these, never mind, we won't worry about it. I'm just going to show you what I'm sitting here doing this and thinking, now why shouldn't I be telling other people why I'm collecting up these bits and not other pieces, you know, because a lot of the time we sort of need a little bit of insight into what's happening with things. And I just sit here and I talk to myself about, well, I'll have that one. I like that because it's old looking, right? And I've got this one here because it looks a little bit like timber, and so does that. This is it's different, but unique. So I've just picked out those few there, and I'm just going to have a look through the white ones because I wanted to find 3 white buttons actually. So there's a fair few here, but look, we're just going to go through this really quick. There's not going to be any fiddling, I promise you. I will get what I need out of here straight away. So that one I'll have because it's a flower shape, all right? But I want something that looked a little bit old. There you go. There's one. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. A little bit old looking and small. Need them to be small. That's one of those mother of pearl. That one, I don't like the colour. This is really cool because it's really old, but I don't think I could use it. It would be nice. There's a flowery one. The others are good for something else, but not for what I'm doing today. You know, there's way down the track sometime I might use some of these others that I'm fishing through here. But I just wanted to find some older looking buttons to make a little card of buttons to put on the Twinchies. And I don't think I'm doing too good as far as getting 3. They're all ones with shanks on the back of them. Hang on, there's a bit of an old one over here. Now, there you go, there's 2. Come on, we just need one more. And I've got, you need to, I don't know, I just wanted the ones to be old looking, you know. And plus I'll also be using the odd 1 or 2 on the crazy patchwork. And I'll be back on, well, as I'm showing you the things like for the Twinchies, you're also going to be learning the stitches, I guess, that will go on the crazy patchwork. Okay, so if you're watching, I have a playlist on my channel. If you just go on there, you'll see Tuesday Twinchies, because I put that up there, so you can go and find all the videos that I've made so far on the Twinchies. Now I've got 2 of those, and I'm not really happy that I'm not finding another one because I don't want to really take up too much time with thinking, you know. How's that? Do they look okay? Look at that, I've got 4. They just appeared there, didn't they? That was really magical. Okay, so that's what I need today, okay? And I don't think there's anything there for the time being that I'm going to be using, so I'm going to put these back in the bag. I do have a lot of them sorted out, but you know what? This is quite easier to go and sort them this way. It's just get the whole lot and just go through them, okay? I've got little tiny ones, but they're coloured. A lot of them are coloured, and I didn't really want... Oh, that one there's pretty. He's a nice little blue one. He can go on something. Just put these away. And I'm going to do the little carded buttons now, okay? Now this is for people, this is for everybody. But I know that a lot of people ask me things, you know, that because they're only new. And it's best if you show everybody, like, again, what people want to know. One of the ladies asked me the other day where I get the bags that I do my embellishments with. That's these here, the packet, you know. Now these bags you can buy probably from maybe your local dollar store. You can get them online. You can get all different sizes. Actually, I haven't got a dollar store, but we've got a store that has bits to do with craft and that, and these come. You can also get them without the stick and down part, like they're just open, and they usually be in where the what's it called? The party things and that. You can get them in that. So, you know, if you go online and just look for their cellophane bag. Yes, it's a cellophane bag. Yeah, okay, and that's where you'll get them. They're not expensive. I use them by the truckload myself because I'm always wanting to do something or other with them. So anyway, down back in the button bag. We'll put these back in the button bag. All right. Box, I should say. Drawer, and we'll put it up in a minute. Okay, so now the other day we were working on this one, and I've showed you how to do what we've got on here. Just going to end this off now because I didn't do that. I've been doing lots of other things, working on bits and pieces here and there. So anyway, I don't know how that one come to be left behind, but you never know, I might use it later. Now in this box here I have been putting bits and pieces that I may use on my Twinchies or whatever, because I'm going to be my Twinchies or my crazy patchwork, because I will be doing a lot of it in the lounge room of a night time when it's, you know, the weather's a bit cold here, so I've got to have a place. So I've got those in there. Now these ones here be used to cover. These ones here are going to be used in making flowers and things. I've got a truckload of sequences, and I mean a truckload. Look at them, aren't they gorgeous? But I've put them all together so I can find what I need if I go take it out with me. So it's all bits and pieces, and thank you to a lot of you people that have actually gifted some of that to me. So, but anyway, there goes a little few white beads. Right, now we need to get a piece of card, because we're going to, oh dear, I've got to fix that squeaky chair. I don't really notice it until I'm on here. It doesn't bother me until I come on here, and I'm not prepared again as per usual. But I thought, why am I talking to myself? Why don't I just, I didn't mean to bore you, but I just thought it'd be good if I could show you a little bit of what I do, how I go about. Well, you didn't probably learn anything that time because I didn't show you anything really. Okay, so I've got a piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to be putting this onto a Twinchie. Now I've done some before, and I put them onto my pages, and they're in that basket there behind me. That little port, I should say, or is it that little port? I've got two little ports. Anyway, I'll get a look at it and I'll show you. Wait a minute, where did I went? Turn around the other way, Sonya. Here it is. Box of cotton on there. Somebody asked me the other day what my room looked like. It's doable. I can do it. I work in here and I manage fine. Bought myself a sewing box to take out to the lounge room to do my some pieces on. Got that there that I can show you that piece. Okay, the thing is, I've got so many different bits that I'd like to put on things. Okay, now this is what we were doing the other day. A bit of embroidery there. Now there's a video up there on that. Now let me see, where's me card of buttons that I'd put on here? Or did I do it? Oh yes, I did a card of buttons. Okay, right. We'll put this together. Don't have any panic. There's me cat book. So there's the little card of buttons that I made. Okay, I just put those on the little card so I could set it on there. So we're going to do that today on a Twinchie. Okay, now that's the inside out. It's all good. Nobody panic. I'll just put it back there in a minute, because if I don't, I won't be able to get out of the room. So I might do this on a plain piece today. Should I do it plain? I guess I could. Let me see, where's the last Twinchie I made? Okay, that didn't take long to lose that, did it, Sonya? Was here somewhere, I just ended it off, didn't I? Oh dear, oh dear. I wonder how many people will say it's under the cardboard. Okay, so I want it to match up with that pretty good. Right. So I've got the buttons. I put them in here, didn't I? Now I've got to get them out. Okay. So we want 3 little buttons, but we want the small ones. And put these aside, would you, Sonya? There's another one here. And what do I do with the other bloke? That's a tiny, tiny one. It's too small. Okay, here we go. Righto. And that one doesn't probably look the same, does it? Come on, it's in here somewhere. We just did it. Okay, right. It's gone and left me that little button. Looks like I'm going to have to do that one that's there. And they look the same. Oh yeah, there we go. Stop fiddling now. Will I put a coloured piece? Oh dear. Why do I try to... should make these decisions before I involve you people, but I guess I think I will, because the reason being it'll give it a bit more I don't know, interest. I like to have a bit of interest on the things that I do. I like to have something that people like to look at, you know, something pretty. If it's not I think this would look good behind there, don't you? A bit of, not the whole thing. A little button sitting on there. That'll look good, wouldn't it? Okay, so I might do it on the grass bit, I think. Okay, so I'm going to actually make this a little bit, where's it, Twinchie? Well, we can't go over there. Okay, so we'll judge this, and we'll just go and cut a tiny bit off this way. Sonya, do this. Alright, and across there. Okay, that's a tiny, tiny bit. Now I'm going to make it a little bit thicker because I want it to be a little bit thicker. I don't want it to be all, you know. So what do you reckon? Don't you think a little bit thicker? Maybe not. I'm going to sew the buttons on, so you can't do that. Of course, you don't have to sew the buttons on, but it looks a bit better if you have got thread going through them. Looks a bit more realistic. And you can use a different colour thread, like a nice on contrast on that pink piece. Maybe even the blue would look good. Or do we need something a bit darker? Maybe we do. Okay, and we do need a bit darker so our little stitches will show up so you can see them. And in the blue, I've only got that really thick one here at the moment. Where's my other box of cotton? I said I had a box of cotton here on that thing, didn't I? Okay, so we want a bit messy, me cotton, but you know, it gets that way when you use it all the time. And I have been just of lately using a bit. I reckon that might look alright. Is it too heavy? No, that's too thick. Yeah, you know something, you're sticking with the light pieces of the little soft bits. This one here is okay, but I think it might be a bit... There's a different colour on there. That's better. Right, I'm glad with that. Okay. Now, if I'm going to take all this time to show you how to sew a couple of buttons, it's not going to be good. Before I do put... Well, look, I'm going to put them on first and make sure that it goes properly first, because I'm going to ink the edges a little tiny bit. Maybe I might do that anyway. There could be a little tiny bit of ink on there. Look at that. I want to put a little ink around there. Okay, just to make him look a little bit now I want at least 2 strands of this, so I'm going to pull them off separate like that. 1, And the other one, 2. Right, we can count on it. Okay, so now you want to make sure that you've got a needle that will go through your buttonhole, because you don't want to have a great big needle and it doesn't fit through there. Now if you don't want to do it with the needle, that's too that's wrong, because I didn't put 2 pieces together. So I want to do 2 pieces together, and I'm going to need a little bit bigger needle, because it won't thread through there. Now that'll go through the hole, so that's what you want to check that first. If you want to, and you want to sit there and try and do it without the needle, you can actually push the cotton through the hole like that, if you want to. I don't think I want to, but I would have done if there was a bigger hole in the needle and if the cotton was a bit thicker, because when you've got really thin cotton, it's very hard to do that. Have I got both pieces? No. I'm going to get both pieces in here. Now it's raining here today, has been all day. Somebody put on the Facebook today that she wanted to borrow a boat tomorrow to get to work. We don't have any rivers around here. We have a creek. We don't have any rivers, so hopefully we won't get flooded, but we could get flooded in the town. Like, we get stuck in the town because of the outside, the rivers and things on the out of town here. And they might look a little bit big, I don't know. Let's put them on anyway. Let's try it and see what it looks like. Now you want to come up through the back because your knot's there. Now you can tie it if you want to. That's a good look. But when you buy Carter buttons, they're usually not tied, but it's up to you. And then you put the other one up here. Makes an awesome embellishment. Whoops, too tight, Sonya. You should have not pulled it so tight. Don't pull it too tight because you muck up your other button. Righto. Now if you want to, you can sort of screw up the piece of paper first and make it look a bit old, but I don't think I'll worry about doing that. I'll just, put this on here this way. Show you. You could use a bit of something, glossy accents or something to make it glow. Shine. Sorry, people. Ah dear, must be the weather. Yeah, because it's been really raining here and just raining. It's really hard. We're all stuck inside. Oh well, we're us and the cats. I can't go out because my scooter's not allowed in the rain. I went yesterday and had a nice time. Now there you go. Now it doesn't matter if they're not really straight sewn on. It does. It'll still look okay. Now I'm going to get a Twinchie. That's a mouthful of water. When you come on camera, everything starts to go wrong. If it's not scratching, you can't talk. Yes, everybody knows this anyway. People that do videos know how hard it is. And I really don't like to edit mine because it takes too long. It takes way too long when you edit your videos. Just to my way of thinking, I don't know. A lot of people do it, and I just can't stand waiting all that time to fiddle through all that, because it takes just as long to edit them and fix it. Excuse me. Once you've edited it, then it's got to wait to all change, and that takes just as long as what it does to upload it. Well, in my world it does anyway, so I don't know whether what anybody else's is like, but that's what happened here. Okay, so now I would like to put that onto there because I think that will look awesome. Righto. And I'm going to do that with this blue. I'm going to do some little stitches around him. Don't ever you can put things on straight up and down. You could do that, couldn't I? Just don't put it in the centre though. Put it over to the side a bit, or on an angle a bit. Gives it more whatever. Really does, yeah. Now if you're doing this onto something that's going to be in a book, you don't really have to worry too much about the paper. You don't have to worry about having this on, you can have the paper on here. It's okay. It works just fine. Okay? Now I'm going to come up the back and I'm going to be really careful not to tear my paper, because that's something that you need to watch. I'm going to just go in and out and just do the odd stitch here and there. We're not going to be too thinking about that. Now, if I'd have used a plain piece of paper, I would have wrote on there 2 cents or something, or 3 buttons, 50 cents or something like that. Well, no, they're a lot dearer nowadays, but, you know, a lot dearer than that. But, you know, that's what I would have done if I did it in a plain, on a plain piece of card. I would have just did that to it. Now, this is one of me, well, it's an idea that I did, seen, or whatever. But anyhow, so I thought I'd show you how to do this. Now, hopefully we've still got enough time on here for me to do a bit more on this one. I will just check the camera in a minute when I go around here a bit further. You just go in and out. Just use your two strands of thread. You know, just so you can see it a little bit, okay? If I was thinking to, I probably would have used a different colour, like maybe even something that goes with the edge and around the outside of that. And that was because I just think it might bring it up a little bit stronger, you know, like you might be able to see it a little bit more. See, there's a lot of trial and error in these things, you know, to get things exactly the way you want them to be. A lot of people can just go and put things together and they like it like that, but I'm afraid I'm a bit more fussy or whatever about how I do mine. But if that had been in stitches, that would have looked really cool, wouldn't it? And you know what, on the other one I did, I had little stitches around the edge of it, didn't I? I'm sure I did, like a little that I drew on there. Let me see. But it was a bigger piece. It was a bigger piece, so I had enough room to do that. See here where I did the stitches around the edge? It made it look like it was stitched anyway. So I did the mother of pearl on them ones. I think they look good. Right, now, I had in my mind what we were going to do next. Probably should have wrote this down because my mind gets in a tangle sometimes about all the things that I wanted to do. But I know I wanted to show you how to do, I have this really thin sort of, I suppose it's thin fabric that I might use. I've got some here. I don't know if I want to go with this colour. Oh yes I do. Okay, so I've just got this piece out here and I'm going to cut a piece off, and I'll show you that piece in a second. So I'm going to put this back across here in the drawer. Okay, so I've cut a bit off, bigger than the Twinchie. You want it to be bigger than the Twinchie. Now you want to get some beads. Do you want beads? Yeah, I'll get beads. I think beads is what I'm after. These little tiny seed beads, I think. And I've got these little pearly ones. Now, I'm going to sort of go on with the little blues and the tealy colours, you know, the teal colour, so I'll stick with that. But I'm going to have to use a bead needle, so I'm going to get another one of those. You can sort of see the eye in there, not very clearly, but you can see it. Oh no, I can't show it to you on that striped piece of paper. Got this piece, I don't know if you can see that eye in there. It's only tiny, isn't it? Look at that. But anyway, we'll thread some cotton through there. Now, this grey blue thing's good. My mother used to always say to me, and I mentioned this before, I know, that if you have some grey cotton and some black and some white, you're pretty close to being covered unless you use anything red or orange, because the grey goes with so many you can put grey with lots of different things, and it sort of works really well. Lighter grey than this. This is more bluey than grey. Now, you notice I don't wrap this one round and try to do it like that, because I don't think I've ever threaded a bead needle that way. And because I just tried to put it through, I don't think it'll work for me that way. And you know what? I'm going blind trying to do this, as always. Hang on a minute now. Oh dear, that rain's coming down. We have a tile roof, so you can't sort of hear it inside, but outside this window there's a big area and it's got a tin roof on it, and I can sort of hear it out there on the tin roof. Okay, so now I'm going to... I hope this works like the other thing that I did. I need 2 pieces together. I've got enough here, a little bit, probably more than what I probably should have got, but I'll try not to tangle it up, because if you get too much it tends to tangle. Now I wanted to make this like screwy up sorta. Okay, now before I think I used something like oh, what do you call it? Oh dear, somebody's going to get a lot of that. It's really thin white stuff, it looks like bandage. So this is just going to look, and or net or something, you know. But I wanted to use this colour, I think, because when I picked it up it was just the right thing. So I'm just going to, you know, bunch up a bit in my hand and just put it on there and sew it down. And pick up a bead and sew that down there like that. Okay, just keep going around doing that until you've, you know, you think now that looks pretty cool, and then you've done what you want to. Just bunch up a bit more, and even if you want to, just take a stitch back through there. That's going to help and hold it all still. You know, you can do the bunch a bit up and put a, what's the name on there, a bead on there. We can come back where we missed out, can't we? A bit on there. So this is what you can do if you want to add a bit of colour or like texture, whatever you wanted to do with it. It's up to you. It's sort of, you know, I don't know why I get this big sigh. I think I just really like what I'm doing, and I just hope that everybody enjoys me showing you these things. I do get a lot of good feedback, and I'm very grateful for that. And any of my new subscribers, thank you so very, very much. I'm going to be putting up my giveaway tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it today, I don't know yet. Just depends. I've got a lot to think about. I'm going to do. You don't have to actually do anything or send anything to anybody or anything like that. How's that? Oh, well, you'll be doing something, but it won't be actually making anything, or unless you can make something for yourselves. That's not the idea. I'm going to just, maybe I should have made this piece of fabric a tiny bit smaller, you know. I just don't know. But if I squish it up, it might work. It might work. And then, of course, you could find something a bit more, I don't know, something, a little trinket of some sort, and put it on there as well. So that'll be interesting in the picture, okay? Or whatever, you know. When I say picture, I mean your piece of work. I'll take that right down to the bottom. And I can't tell you why I do this part, because that's just what I do. I just don't know why I do it. Okay, so here maybe I might put this little blue button. I wonder what that's going to look like. Look okay sitting there? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe too many buttons. I need something else. Not in that one. In this one here. Pretty neat boxes these, aren't they? I think they cost me $2 for 2 of them. I could do a different colour. Just quickly fish through here, Sonya, and find what you're going to put in there. For goodness sake, don't muck about. Okay, a bit of diamond. Okay, things are... that. Do I want that in there? Oh. Sort of took away from the buttons a bit though, doesn't it? I don't know. Let's have a quick look here. And this in there. Oh, maybe I'll put the bow in. And you can tell me what you thought about that, whether you think that the blingy thing would go better. But the reason I'm not picking a blingy thing is because I've been dealing with